Garchomp is my favorite dragon Pokemon, and he finally looks to be very playable in Pokemon Pocket thanks to the addition of Rare Candy to the game. This deck list is looking to abuse the fact that you're always guaranteed to have a basic in your opening hand, so we'll be starting on Gibble, and then Rare Candy, along with cards to search up our Garchomp, make it so we can evolve into it very consistently. Getting to start linear attacking anything on the board, including things your opponent is trying to build up on their bench for 50 damage right away, is incredibly powerful. And our secondary Pokemon in this deck list, Aerodactyl EX, feels quite strong right now as well into everybody else trying to do similar things to us, which is Rare Candy Evolve. There's lots of decks that have low basics counts and are looking to evolve right away in that lead, and Aerodactyl just completely locks them out of the game in a way that feels incredibly unfair. It's also got a pretty solid stat line, attacking for 80 for 2, able to clean up games that Garchomp as our lead isn't quite able to carry all on its own. If you love Daddy Chomp as much as me, make sure you smash the like button on this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any awesome brews or upcoming meta report later today. We'll be diving on into looking at what's dominating our early tournaments for this release. For the rest of this morning, though, have fun with Daddy Chomp. Looking for a really big bird, gamers. Looking for a really big bird. Is it the word? It is. We need big bird, or we need candy plus jump. Although with that, I really need big bird. I'm pretty sure the Iono is significantly better. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 16. Is 83%? Yeah. Okay. So we bricked on the arrow, but we landed on the Garchomp. And we get to KO this Badu Sweet in the back. And if they don't have Rare Candy into Serena this turn, I get 3 looks at my Aerodactyl next turn. Alolan Sandshrew is unfortunately unplayable. They did poor Sandslash real dirty. Oh man, they are cooked. I'm gonna hold this other Amber in my hand because we are an Iono deck. She's so angry? Why is she so angry, chat? Probably because she knew she was about to flip double tails. I think it's correct to Iono. That's close, though. This is guaranteed to be Aerodactyl, yeah? right. Get our Gibble and Gabite run down this Aerodactyl. First energy advantage here is good, and we have type advantage as well. One of the upsides to playing this Gibble over the Dragon Gibble. Alright, and Cyrus lets us chase this down when they retreated here, which is great. Because Safeguard even applies when it's on the bench, so Chomp can't chase it down. Although, I could... Is there any reason to just evolve and, like, try and murder through these other three things? Nah, I think it's faster if I Cyrus this turn, yeah? I'm not in danger of getting knocked out next turn. They can't surprise generate energy, I don't think. I would love to exist in a world where this card is playable, but I'm going to be honest, I just don't see it. Daddy Chomp is here. He's ready to take you to the cleaners. So if they find their other Aerodactyl, they could Volt Switch into it, and then I can't win this turn. However, I can linear attack this down over 2 turns. I have some healing here as well, which is nice. I think we're supposed to tap the Shamans, that way we win the game next turn through a copy of Caper Potion or Pokemon Center Lady. This way they need to heal 40 plus. Dedicate this moment to everybody out there that told us Garchomp is worse than Machamp EX because he has 3 attack hits for less. Flexibility, gamers. Flexibility. Is Rayquaza decent? Maybe we'll try that today. I did pick up 2 copies of Rayquaza EX over the evening. It's crazy how much our deck would prefer to go second. Or prefer to go first. Whole new era Pokemon Pocket. Nice. And this, okay, the first energy advantage here is kind of nice. We get the chip shot in for 20, and then if they teleport out, I get to rare candy and pick it up with the linear attack, yeah? And then honestly, I assume this is like a concession candy. Fast linear attack is so good. And then obviously we get our finishing blow once they finally timed out. Do you think I'll get a thanks after that game? What a freaking quote from this article from a small business owner. We're gonna have to pay an $84,000 tariff on... We're hoping either the ship sinks or someone comes to their senses before it makes it to the docks. Whew. Okay, I get to murder a Weedle here, but without my Aerodactyl, we're in trouble to quick kitty here. What's the best farm for the solo missions? I think 18 Trainer Pachirisu is what I've been using. It's had basically 100% conversion rate for me. It's been very reasonable. This is one turn too late. Big sad. Maybe they won't have their stage 2, but reasonable. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. I retreat the Chomp out, yeah? No reason to let it die. I don't think I want to Iono here, because they clearly don't have their stage 2, and Ionoing them into Candy plus their stage 2 would be bad for me. Yeah, they're actually just cooked to the law. I think Aerodactyl has the potential to be very well positioned in this metagame. Alright, we've got a Gibble. We've got an Old Amber. We've got a Rare Candy. We've got an Iono. Okay. Okay, any Pokemon can communicate into a Garchomp now, potentially. Or even just communicating into Aero would be huge against Lead Litten here, yeah? They do have second kitty in the back. That's good for them. I have Cape to not be dead to Heat Tackle next turn. And I have the Chomp right away. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the line. And then the question is, I think I Iono to try and high roll the Aerodactyl here, because if we do, it's just like incredible lights out type moment, right? Because now I get to linear attack the backline. So they're not dead yet. If they have Candy Big Cat, they can evolve this one and switch it in, and then maybe they could run us down. But they need Candy Big Cat right now. They do not have a window to brick here, because if I kill this, they can't evolve the active one because of the law. Miko Sallow, thanks for repping that Prime. Appreciate the 21 months. Welcome back. That one's not enough. They need some healing here too. Yeah, just cooked. Definitely an Iono angle. X speed, rare candy, Rampardos, and we're probably cooked. Have you tested Solgaleo? Yeah, that was a highlight on the YouTube channel yesterday. I would be incredibly surprised if something with Solgaleo wasn't competitive. The card seems very strong. Do you think grass decks are more tanky now with the new tools and healing options? I think being tanky was never the grass deck's problems. So I don't know if they are or aren't, but I don't know that that's something they actively really needed. Oh, man. Playing evolution Pokemon still just feels like pits some amount of the time, gamers. Just have two different evolutions I could draw that would both be very, very good here. Drew neither, probably dead. And so many looks. Super torch to a rare candy here in any stage 2. Two Arrow, 2 Garchomp, 1 Iono, 1 Research, 11 cards. I don't love giving them a shuffle here, but I just, my hand doesn't do anything. And then I think I prioritize clearing the... Do I prioritize clearing the skull fossils? Or do I clear this routes? I think it's the skull fossils, yeah? That's close, though. That's kind of a coin flip. It is kind of a coin flip. Clearing the fossils is better if I top deck Aerodactyl. Which is nice. Alright, now the question is, do they also have red? They do not. Cool. Aerodactyl! So this means they trade if they clear me with the Rampardos, but they could also have a Curlia. Oh no, wait, they can't retreat this. It takes 2 to retreat. So these trade at least, and then if I draw an Aerodactyl, we win the game. We have 2 Aerodactyls, 1 communication, and a research. So 4 out of 9. Little worse than a coin flip. So 4 out of 9 to win the game on the spot here. I guess research isn't a guaranteed win. Is this guaranteed? No, there's one Gabite in my deck. This is 66%. I think your luck is installed backwards. LOL. Do you have any thoughts on retreating your Garchomp in that previous situation? Retreating the Garchomp there loses to Cyrus. Because then you don't, because then they Cyrus you up and you didn't deal 100. So you definitely take the trade there and hope to hit your Aerodactyl. So playing to win line is drawing to the Aerodactyl, which we did, thankfully, after some bad beats. All right, we are a candy away from the nuts draw. Being on fighting Gibble instead of dragging Gibble here feels bad into the grass Pokemon for sure. However, if we brick and they don't have another basic, this Aerodactyl could just win the game. I'm going to explicitly not Iono here because they didn't play another basic, and if they don't have one, the Aerodactyl just devours them next turn. My opponent has conceded. Aerodactyl's eating good right now, gamers.